Hello everyone and welcome to another Math tutorial video. Now I'll be discussing Form 4 Chapter 6 Linear Law HOTS question example 3. Okay, before that, please like this video to show your support and subscribe to the channel for more upcoming mathematics tutorial videos in the future. Okay, let me read the question now. The following table shows the corresponding experimental values of two variables x and y that are related by the equation y x to the power of n is equals to k, where k and n are constants. One of the values of y is incorrectly recorded. So as you can see here, this is the values of x and y respectively. So continue to read the question. For the question part A, using a scale of 2 cm to 0.1 unit on the log 10 x-axis and 2 cm to 0.2 unit on the log 10 y-axis, plot the graph of log 10y against log 10x. Hence, draw the line of best fit. So the question asks to begin the scale on the vertical axis from 1.0. Okay, continue to read the question part B. From your graph, find the value of y that is incorrectly recorded and the actual value of y and the value of k and of n. So this is the overall question. So I hope that you're going to attempt this question in the future. If you could manage to solve this question, a big thumbs up to you guys. But if you can't solve this question, no worries. I'm going to show you the step-by-step working and the solutions. So without further delay, let us start to solve the question. Let us begin our discussion for the question part A. Okay, for the question part A, the first step on what we're going to do is we're going to change the non-linear equation to linear form. In this case, the non-linear equation is given by y x to the power of n is equals to k. So let me write down the step here. Okay, so let us write down the non-linear equation in the working here. So given that y times with x to the power of n is equals to k. So for the next step, what we're going to do is we're going to log both sides with respect to base 10. So let us perform the logarithm. So from here, log base 10, okay, and then in a bracket y times with x to the power of n, okay, and then equals to log 10 k. Let me write this properly, guys. Okay, so let us continue to the next step. Okay, for the left hand side, we're going to split this into two logarithms, okay, through the law of addition. So from here, log 10 y plus with log 10 x to the power of n is equals to log 10 k. So far so good. So from here, what you're going to do is the n, the power, you can bring it to the front, so it will become n times with log 10x. So let us continue. So from here, it will become log 10y plus with n log 10x is equals to log 10k. So from here, what you're going to do is we're going to rearrange this equation such that it fulfills the straight line equation form, which is y equals to mx plus c form. Okay, so from here, this log 10y will remain in the left hand side. Okay, log 10y, but then this n log 10x will be moved to the right hand side. Okay, so from here, log 10y will be equals to negative n log 10x plus with log 10k. So as you can see here, this log 10y, we can treat it as our y, and this negative n we can treat as the gradient of the straight line, which is m. Log 10x we can treat it as the x, and this log 10k we can treat it as the y-intercept. As you can see here, we have already successfully formed the y equals to mx plus c form, and we already changed the non-linear equation to linear form. Okay, so step 1 is successfully completed. So once we already do this, the next step what we're going to do is we're going to create a new table based on the log 10x and log 10y. Okay, so why we are doing this? So that it will be easier for you to plot the graph. Okay, so let me write down the second step here. Okay, so please give me some time guys for me to create a table consists of x, y, log 10x and log 10y. Okay, so please wait. Okay, we have already created the table, so let us start by entering the variable x and y first. Okay, so x value consists of 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, whereas the value of y consists of 106.0, 78.5, 75.0, 67.0 and 61.0. Okay, we are including two new variables, which is log 10x and log 10y. So you need to calculate the logarithms of the respective variables. Okay, let's say for the x, so when your x equals to 2, so your log 10x will be log 10 2. So when you calculate this, so you should be getting 0.30. Okay, and then continue with when x equals to 3, so your log 10x will be equals to 0.48. Okay, and then continue with 0.60. Okay, and then continue 0.70. Okay, and then your last value will be 0.78. Okay, so that is for the log 10x value. So let us continue with the log 10. Oops, sorry guys, this should be log 10y. Okay, so from here your log 10y similar to the log 10x, so you include all the value of y and then you calculate with respect to the log base 10. Okay, so from here you should be getting 2.03. Okay, and then 1.89. Okay, and then 1.88. Okay, and then 1.83. Okay, and then your last value will be 1.79. Okay, so we have already successfully created a new table based on log 10x and log 10y. So once you have already do this, so now we can proceed to the third step, is plot the graph. Okay, so let me write the step here. So we can plot the graph with log 10y versus log 10x. By the way, I've already completed the graph for you, so allow me to show you the complete graph now. Okay, so this is the complete graph. Okay, let me put it in the full screen mode. So as you can see here, this is the graph of log 10y against log 10x. So log 10y, so this is the y-axis. So log 10x, so this is the x-axis. And as you can see here, the graph is in the negative slope. The graph is going down. Okay, so this is how your graph should look like. So let me close the graph for now. From here, let us continue our discussion for the question part B, where they ask us to find the value of y that is incorrectly recorded and the actual value of y. Okay, let us open our graph paper now. Okay, let me scroll this down. Okay, put this into full screen mode and I zoom it so that you guys can see it better. Okay, so as you can see here, among all the coordinates, you can find out this coordinate is offset of the straight line. So from here you can find out that this coordinate gives us the wrong y value. So to identify what is the coordinate of this y value, so what you do, you pull it to the y axis over here. So when you pull it to the y axis over here, so you find out that the incorrect log 10 y value is 1.89. Okay, so you need to be careful over here, guys. So this axis is not the y axis, it is the log 10 y axis. So when you record in your working, so you should mention that log 10 y is equals to 1.89. So in order to find the actual y value, what you need to do, you need to perform the anti-log. Okay, that is for the incorrect value. So now you can ask me, so how we can find the correct value? Okay, to find the correct value, so what you do, so from here you pull it close to the straight line. Okay, when you pull it over close to the straight line, so what you do, you pull it to the left hand side, which is the y axis, which I mean in this case, which is the log 10 y axis. So when you pull it over here, so you can find out that the correct value is 1.94. okay, so 1.94 is the correct value, 1.89 is the incorrect value, guys. Okay, so this is the explanation. Okay, let me close this graph paper and continue our discussion through our working. Okay, so let me write here question B, part 1. So from the graph, okay, so let me start with the incorrect value first, and then followed by the correct value. Okay, let me underline this. Okay, the incorrect value, which we directly take from the graph, as you can see here, log 10y is equals to 1.89. So to find the y, what you do, you perform the anti-log. Okay, you perform the anti-log, so y is equals to 10 to the power of 1.89. So you calculate this, you should get your y is equals to 78.5. So this 78.5 is the wrong value. Okay, so you can calculate over here, or you can just take it the value from the table over here. It is just the same. Okay, so let me underline this. So this is the incorrect value. So to find the correct value, so let me write here the correct value. Can underline the part. Okay, so the correct value that we obtain from the graph is log 10y is equals to 1.94. okay, so when you calculate this, so what you do, you perform the anti-log. So y is equals to 10 to the power of 1.94. so you calculate this, you should get your y approximately 87.1. okay, so this should be your answer, guys. So from here, your final answer will be 78.5. so it's considered as incorrect. Okay, and then comma, 87.1 is the actual value. Okay, let me underline the solution. Okay, so from here, let us proceed our discussion for the question B part 2, where we need to find the value of k and of n. Okay, to find the value of k and n, so the first step what we need to do is we need to find the y-intercept and then followed by the gradient of the graph. Okay, so let me write the working here first, and then we open up the graph paper. Okay, question B part 2. Okay, let me open the graph paper. So as we can see here, since the first step we are finding the y-intercept, so just look for the y-intercept over here. So as you can see, I've already labeled for you is 2.18. okay, so this is your y-intercept. If you can't see it clearly, let me zoom in for you. Okay, so this is your y-intercept, guys. Okay, so let me close this graph. So from here, let me write the working. So step 1, find the y-intercept. So from the graph, y-intercept is equals to 2.18. Okay, this 2.18 we obtain it directly from the graph. Okay, but then there is another y-intercept value that we obtain through the equation, which is log 10k. So for the next step, what we're going to do is we're going to compare this log 10k with 2.18. okay, so from here we compare with log 10k. So from here, log 10k is equals to 2.18. So to find the k, what you should do, you perform the anti-log. So the anti-log will be 10 to the power of 2.18. So you calculate this, you should get your k approximately 151.4. okay, so let me underline the solution. Okay, so this is one of the solution. So the second step, what we can do is, now we can find the gradient of the graph. Okay, okay, so let me write the working over here. Okay, so let me open the graph paper now. Let me zoom in. So to find the gradient, I've already select 2 points within the straight line over here. Two new points, guys. Okay, so within these 2 new points, I've calculated the gradient, which is y2 minus y1, which in this case is 2.08 minus with 1.98, and then you divide with x2 minus x1, which in this case is 0.2 minus with 0.4. okay, so let us continue with our working here. So from here, the formula to find the gradient, m is equals to y2 minus y1, okay, and then you divide with x2 minus x1, okay, close bracket. Okay, m equals to 2.08 minus with 1.98. okay, let me underline the fraction. Okay, and then divide with 0.2 minus with 0.4. okay, close bracket. So you calculate this, you should get the gradient of straight line is equals to negative 0.5. okay, so this is the value that we have obtained directly from the graph. But then there is another gradient value that we have obtained, which is actually the equation, which in this case is negative n. So for the next step, what we're going to do is we're going to compare this negative n with negative 0.5 over here. So let us perform the comparison. So from here, comparison, so your negative n is equals to negative 0.5. okay, and therefore you should get your n is equals to 0.5. so this is your final answer, guys. Okay, let me underline the second solution. Okay, So that is all for the step-by-step working and solution for this question. I hope you understand the full working that I've shown to you. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for more upcoming mathematics tutorial videos in the future. And not to forget to share this video. Any comments, questions or feedback, feel free to put in the comment section, guys. Thank you everyone for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.